Yeah.
This is a great one in Husker history, y'all. Bob Brown was absolutely insane when he played at Nebraska from 1961 to 1963. That's right. 1993, he was elected to the College Football Hall of Fame. And dude, my man played defensive line in college, but didn't play offensive line when he got to the pros. How crazy is that?
I think he actually played both at Nebraska to get even crazier.
Yeah, both ways. He played both ways. Yep, both ways, man. Which was nuts to think about. He was a machine, man. The dude was a machine. Overall history what kind of took place today. Go ahead.
I was just going to say he went into the NFL Hall of Fame the same year as John Elway, 2004, but just throwing it out there.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
On to the next history, AD.
Well, because I'm laughing. Because this morning on our text stream when I was driving, you said, "Oh, AD, I can fit the Broncos in any conversation." And Nick, I said, "Except the playoffs conversation."
No, you said a winning season.
Oh yeah,
I remember that
season. Yeah, winning season.
Same thing.
Same thing. I'm excited to hop into that conversation because I think those days are numbered as far as that conversation goes. But also today in sports history, which was pretty cool, man. I pulled this up and found this. I didn't lose it. Hold on. Here we go. This is pretty cool. Even if you're not a Green Bay fan, but 1950 Green Bay Packers founder, player and coach Curly Lambeau resigns after 31 seasons and 6 NFL titles to his credit. Curly Lambeau, which of course is Lambeau Field. Raff, have you ever been to Lambeau Field before, Raff?
I have not. It's on my bucket list. I wanted to go when Favre was playing. I never made it. So I still need to get up there. I hear it's amazing, like the museum and the atrium and all that is super cool. So that's on my list of places to go.
I know a guy.
Oh, you do? Well, all righty then.
He probably knows Mr. Lambeau.
Actually, it's Curly the Third.
Oh, of course. My mistake. My apologies, Mr. Lambeau.
Cheers,
yeah,
you, sir.
That's on my list. I'll get there eventually.
Is anybody over there?
I'm just looking. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna just make this fun. Here we go. He's off and running.
We're going mobile. We're going mobile.
It's not real busy here today, though, man. At least so far.
Not a lot of people on the Omaha Airport.
Well, because it's signing day.
Yeah.
They all signing day. It's all signing day today.
Very silent up there.
We got TSA down there. Dude, I remember one time I parked on the wrong side. I parked on this side, and my flight was clear down there. Dude, it was seriously like walking to Norfolk. Yeah. It was ridiculous. I
wonder if the TSA folks would be interested in a radio interview.
You know what's
it like being one of the least liked people in the entire world?
See, I don't have any problems with them, man. When you got TSA pre-check.
You got the pre-check.
Keep your shoes.
Everything high class, first class, top of the line for AD. AD has pre-check because he travels.
Well, he flies private. He doesn't even have a jet.
TSA pre-check for 5 years is what, $75? It's well worth it, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, man, I am on the air right now on a radio show. It's worth it. I'm telling you. She goes, I'm out of here. Thank you, though, ma'am. I appreciate it. I tell you, guys, it's worth it. It's worth it.
She doesn't even say anything.
She's out. Gotta go.
I'm not doing this.
Gotta go.
I'm out.
While they're preparing his lobster on the plane.
Oh.
You got one of those pods, right? It's like self-heating, self-cooling. It's got like a big screen TV.
You stretch out your legs.
Surround sound, memory foam.
Rico, you're supposed to be on my side, man. You're supposed to stick on my side.
He gets in the pod, he pushes the buttons, and he types in his name. And they're like, "Hello, Aaron, welcome back."
Exactly,
and it just goes back to his original sentence.
Yeah, a little code. It's one of those things that
the voice actually sounds like this. Here's what it sounds like. Rico goes, "Hey, Ron."
Perfect. So I just watched Coming to America, the second one, and there's a point in there where they say, "Why is the mashed potatoes black?" And they say, "That's caviar." That's AD's the one that knows it's caviar. We're the ones that are going, "Why is the mashed potatoes black?"
Y'all wrong, man. You guys are wrong. Hey, I'll tell you what. Go ahead, Nick.
80, how many days in a row are you gone here this week?
Friday. I get back Friday, I believe. But I'll zoom in tomorrow from Lansing.
Yeah, you'll be here. You'll be here in spirit or over the stream.
Yeah. And then I'll in Orlando. The Orlando is gonna be nice. Now I'll stream in from Orlando Friday. But dude, you talking about extreme temperatures? It was -2 there yesterday in Lansing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I cannot wait to speak there and be on the next thing, smoking hot out of there to Florida, man. That is something excited of. Speaking of smoking hot, Raff,
it is 74 degrees in Orlando, Florida right now.
The worst.
That's a 76-degree change.
Goodness gracious, can't stand
it. AD.
Can't wait.
What were you going to ask me, AD? Did you have a question about smoking hot? Yes, I am.
That is gross.
Hey, that was not what I was referring to at all. I'm talking about the temperature right now. Obviously, we'll get to Brady in a second because that's something that's definitely worth to talk about. Raff, yesterday when you were sending me the text, I was in meetings. In fact, I was meeting with Coach Bush yesterday in the afternoon, and so didn't know what was going on.
Names again.
Well, no, he's part of the radio station.
I'm joking.
Well, it's better than dropping something about that one dude all the time.
Hey, we love John Elway here.
Pathetic. Oh, we know. Believe me, we're well aware of that.
You are pathetic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Raff, let me ask, when you initially saw the news, and this is actually all joking aside, we joke a lot, but from a serious standpoint, what's your thoughts on Peyton coming in? I know you shared a little bit of spillover, but you being a lifelong Bronco fan, throw that completely out of just put in the optics of bringing a person of his caliber, with his pedigree, with his resume, into an organization like Denver.
Oh, it's gigantic. You look at, like you said, you look at his resume. He averages 10 wins a season. That's huge right there. That was, with the 16-game schedule. So, maybe he can lift that up to 11 when he's in Denver, maybe 12, 13. And more importantly is I just wanted a coach, like we've struck out with these first-time coaches nothing against DeMeco Ryans. I think DeMeco Ryans is going to do amazing in Houston, but for what Denver needed at the time, I just wasn't sure if he was that guy, because you need someone that's going to come in and command that respect, especially with Russell Wilson. I think with Russell, he's going to be able to coach Russell Wilson, which I wasn't sure. DeMeco Ryans, say he comes to Denver, who does he bring in as the quarterback's coach? Is it going to be someone that, Russell's going to respect, want to play for? Sean Payton comes in, he is the quarterback's coach. He'll probably hire one in namesake, but at the end of the day, it's going to be Sean Payton, Sean Payton's offense that they're going to run. So I'm excited to see how it all takes place. I know a lot of people are flipping out about the whole not having a draft pick this year. And I thought the biggest part of that trade yesterday was Denver did not give up their 24 first rounder.
Bingo.
By them giving up the 23 first rounder, it was a 29th pick, which, it's a first rounder. I understand that. But say things don't work out this year with Russell Wilson and things hit the pavement, they're going to have a top pick in that 24 draft where they can go out and get a quarterback if need be. So there are contingency plans there. So I was just so happy that the Saints elected to take the 23 first rounder instead of the 24 first rounder.
Hold on. Chase, go ahead, man.
Hold on one second. Here we go.
Oh, is this the surprise?
So Nebraska has officially gotten their 5th signee of the day in Sua Lefotu, a 6'5", 298-pound defensive end and defensive tackle
out of Bosco.
From St. John Bosco High School in California, the same high school that produced DJ Uiagalelei.
Well said.
And Real Mitchell, who ended up going to Ohio State.
You know what, man? That's a huge pickup. And, I spoke at a school just next to Paramount High School. It's in East LA. Southeast LA is where it's at. And you're talking about just a haven of talent, both in all sports, football, basketball, baseball. But that's a haven. That's southeast part of LA where he's from. You got Paramount High School right there. You got Bosco that's right next to it in the next district. And it's just it's just, again, it's fertile ground. It's fertile ground, man, for getting athletes out of there. So that was a huge pickup, man. A huge pickup. Nick, where else did he have offers from? I didn't see. I didn't look at that deeply enough. I knew he was from Bosco.
Yeah, so I'm sure. I want to know that. I'm sure Pac-12 schools were in on him. Yeah, so Washington, Arizona, Arizona State, Colorado, Hawaii, Indiana, Michigan State, Tennessee, Washington State, and UCLA.
Not bad. Yeah, he had some major offers. So to get him on ink was big. That was huge. Chase B is teasing me. He says, I see it on the text line. He goes, if AD was committed, he would know they already talked about Tom Brady. Chase B, I was listening, man, but I couldn't call and text it at the same time, man. So, we always kind of spill over a little bit. Nick, what's your thoughts on Peyton, man, going there?
It's big. It's big for Denver. It's huge for Denver. And I always was like kind of not as in on it when I thought about 2 first-round picks, but when I read like Raff kind of said about how it's the 3rd round pick, right, in 2024, that it's like, okay,
second round. They get Broncos get the third
of the Saints. So like, here's the thing: if it pans out, it's going to be great. I truly hope that we don't, you don't find yourself next year in the middle of a sub 500 season going, what do we do now? Because you went out and got almost a surefire head coach, if there is one in the NFL, in Sean Payton. You spent a lot for him.
Yeah.
Because have the salary details been released or anything like that?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. And then also
it's going to be over 10, don't we think?
Oh yeah, 15, 20.
Okay.
I look at it also too next year. A lot of people are like, well, Denver doesn't have a first round draft pick this year, and they only have 6 picks in the draft this year.
They don't need them.
They've got number 68 and 69 in the 3rd round this year. And they have, Peyton's been pretty good at, bringing in players, but I look at it, Denver's going to have a treasure trove of players coming back next year that we did not see play, that if they get healthy, that is like my draft. Like you have like Tim Patrick starting wide receiver, Williams the starting running back. You've got a lot of players. The receiver from Penn State. I don't know why he's escaping my mind right now, but yeah.
KJ Hamler.
Yeah. So I'm excited. Oh, Garrett Bowles, their left tackle, comes back.
Randy Gregory fully healthy.
Only played.
Raff, you guys had close to 18 to 20 guys throughout the season that were hurt. 22. And that defense, the problem wasn't the defense, even as ragamuffin as they were with injuries, they still held their own. It was their offense that couldn't get in sync and put points on the board. Denver is going to be, and as much as we, like I said, me and Raff, we do it all the time, much as we rip each other about teams and jab each other. Denver, the NFL is better when your blue blood programs like Denver are good, in contention, and are relevant. It just makes it better for the fan, especially if you're a fan of that team. That is an instant, and I mean the moment the ink was dry, the organization in Denver became different right away. Now, does that guarantee results? No, but if you look at the receipts, you look at his body of work, basically a Hall of Famer. Sean Payton is going to be a Hall of Fame coach when he's done. That's the bottom line. He's going to be a Hall of Fame coach. And what he's going to do, now, if I'm Peyton, the thing I'm going to do right away, and think about him, he's got that Tom Osborne type of presence. He can walk in a room and change the presence of a room without saying anything because his resume speaks for itself. His body of work speaks for itself. So the guys that are in there, in fact, there were guys, players from Denver tweeting out their excitement to have someone of his presence, of his stature in the locker room. He is going to change that place. I'm just being honest here. I'm not going to be surprised to see Denver get at
Super
least dude, this is coffee. I promise you, not cognac. No, not a Super Bowl. Anything's possible. What I'm simply saying, I would not be surprised to see Denver get at least 9 to 10 wins coming into next year, which is something I think is very realistic, barring injury, etc. Because Peyton, the way that he runs that offense, his offenses, he understands the personnel he has. He doesn't try to fit a circle to a square peg or a square peg into a circle. That dude is one of a future Hall of Famer for a reason. So Denver, the organization changed yesterday immediately.
Well, The only issue is that you still got this guy.
His name's Mr. Unlimited. Yeah, you got to be unlimited. You got to have a thought process of being unlimited. So when people,
So I will say this also too, AD. Uh-oh.
That dude sounds so stupid, man.
It goes back to also that we were talking about
Thanks, Nick.
burning bridges.
Yeah.
About burning bridges too, because there's talk that Denver might bring back Vic Fangio as their defense coordinator.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
To Jake's
that was
chagrin.
like, oh man, he's the ink wasn't dried. He never signed a contract with the Dolphins. So there's a possibility that he might return back to be the defense coordinator, which that would be huge because without a doubt, he's probably one of the top 3 defense coordinators in the NFL at being a defense coordinator. So he didn't burn any bridges when he left Denver, didn't tell anybody, didn't leave guns ablazing.
He did it smart.
And so
man.
I could, a lot of people are like, oh, he couldn't come back and be a defense
Sure he
coordinator.
could. Sure
I think he could. His relationships he made are that strong. So
Sure he could.
it'll be interesting to see how that shapes up.
Nick, it was funny to see Jake's tweet when Raff put that on there on Twitter last night.
Yeah.
He goes, I want to die.
guys, when I tell you, Jake yesterday, so I came back to help out with old school because Austin had to coach his basketball team, so I had to help out, filled in for Austin on old school yesterday. Jake was here when I got back from class, and I was like, Jake, like, what's going on? Why are you sad? Like, because Jake was just definitely out of it.
Right.
And I was like, Jake, what's going on? Like, why are you in a bad mood? And he was like, No, I'm just mad with the Dolphins right now. Okay? I just don't want to talk about it. And I was like, what do you mean? And then 3 minutes later, I looked at Twitter and it said Vic Fangio in conversations with the Denver Broncos. And I just went, oh, Jake. And he goes, don't. He was like, I've already prepared myself for it. I've already prepared myself for it. I'm fine. And he's like, and then he went off. He's like, I wanted one thing this offseason, and it was Vic Fangio, and we had him, and now we don't.
Put a hold on that Super Bowl parade, Miami.
Yeah, so
Not so fast, my friend. That Super Bowl's coming through Denver.
Oh my gosh, man.
just the emotions of Jake it was funny because it was a roller coaster where he was at his ultimate high when they got Vic Fangio, and then yesterday at 4:30 he was at his ultimate low because he never signed a contract. So
I'm really excited. I'm excited to see what Peyton does. And I think I started to like Peyton even more, a lot more when they went through Hurricane Katrina, and to see the outpouring of just not Peyton, but those players, Drew Brees, etc. Because that town, man, I mean, it was horrible, catastrophic. And to see how much that Super Bowl meant for the city of New Orleans and it was one of those stories. It's a tearjerker to see what happened, all they've been through, and the way that Peyton just rallied around that city. That was it. I mean, people were literally staying in the dome. That's where they were staying at. And I can still see those images in my head of just the catastrophic thing it took on those people, and the way that, obviously your first responders, first of all, thank God for them and tip my hat to them, but just the way that there was something for them, a beacon of light for some people that were in such distress and turmoil. So I got nothing but respect for the dude, man. I hope they do well. And I think they really can do well, man. So I'm excited about it, man. Excited about it.
And if you want to learn more about Sean Payton, you can always go back and watch the movie Home Team.
I love that movie, man. That's a funny movie. That's a great movie.
All right, everybody. We will throw it to break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.